The top 5 urban legends you've never heard of. Welcome to the darker corners of our world, where whispers echo through shadowed alleys and the unknown waits just outside the glow of a streetlight. Tonight, I'll take you on a journey into 5 terrifying urban legends you've likely never heard of, but maybe, just maybe, you'll wish you hadn't. The Sobbing Woman of the Red Room. In a small town in Romania, there's an urban legend about a mysterious website called the Red Room. It's not something you can Google or stumble upon. They say it finds you. The screen is always crimson, with a single, blinking cursor. The moment you visit, a low, guttural sobbing begins, so faint you think it's coming from your own house. Then a question appears. Do you want to help her? If you click yes, your webcam turns on. And there she is, a woman, her face veiled, her body trembling as she cries uncontrollably. But then the sobbing stops. She looks up. Her veil slips, revealing an eyeless face with lips stretched unnaturally wide. You can't close the browser. She starts naming names. And it's your family, one by one. People who claim to have found the Red Room website never speak about what happens next. They just vanish. The laughing shadows of the subway. In Tokyo, subway workers have reported a chilling phenomenon late at night. They call them the laughing shadows. When the last train departs and the stations fall silent, faint laughter begins to echo through the tunnels. It's not cheerful laughter. It's dry, wheezing, almost pained. At first, the workers thought it was just echoing from the nearby streets, until one man, a station cleaner, went down to investigate. He was found the next morning, curled into a fetal position, muttering, "They're coming, they're coming." His hair had turned stark white overnight. Rumors say that these shadows are the spirits of people who threw themselves onto the tracks. Their souls wander, laughing at their own tragic ends, searching for anyone foolish enough to follow their sound. The Siren of Silent Acres. Lake Silent Acres is a seemingly serene lake in Maine. It's not on any tourist map, and locals warn visitors never to swim there. The legend speaks of a siren, an unearthly woman with pale, glowing skin who sings the most haunting melody anyone has ever heard. A group of college students decided to test the story, rowing out in a small boat one foggy night. At first it was peaceful, until the singing began. One by one, they claimed to see a figure just beneath the surface, her voice pulling them closer. The next morning, only the overturned boat was found. Divers who searched for the bodies reported feeling something cold and slimy wrap around their legs, pulling them down. None of the bodies were ever recovered. The Smiling Man in the Forest. Deep in the Appalachian woods, there's a story about the Smiling Man. He isn't like the Slender Man or Bigfoot. He doesn't hide. He wants to be seen. Campers have reported seeing a tall, lanky figure with a face that doesn't quite look human. His mouth is stretched into a perpetual grin, and his head tilts unnaturally as if he's studying you. He doesn't speak, but he mimics your movements. If you run, he runs. If you scream, he laughs. A dry, raspy sound that echoes in your bones. No one knows what happens if he catches you. Those who've seen him refuse to step into the woods again, and some disappear altogether, leaving only claw marks on nearby trees. The Black-Eyed Babysitter. This story comes from England, where parents have shared chilling accounts of babysitters who seem normal at first, until the night takes a dark turn. One couple came home late to find their babysitter sitting in the living room, staring blankly at the TV. She didn't acknowledge them, didn't blink. When they moved closer, they saw her eyes, completely black. No whites, no irises. Just voids. She turned to them and smiled. "Your child is safe," she whispered, "but they'll come for you next." Then she walked out the door. The couple rushed to check on their baby, only to find the windows open and small, black handprints on the crib. It's said these babysitters aren't human, but entities looking to steal something, though no one agrees on whether it's your soul, your sanity, or your child. There you have it, 5 urban legends that send shivers down the spine and remind us that the unknown is far closer than we'd like to admit. So the next time you hear a strange laugh, see a figure in the woods, or find a mysterious babysitter staring a little too long. Remember these stories. Sleep well,